Okay, this is the Colnago Extreme Power that I was looking at, and in the pictures it looks really good. The carbon looks good, doesn't have rusted fittings on it, the clear coat's not bubbling off, it doesn't have galvanic corrosion on the bottle mounts, and the Extreme Power is a brother to the C50. They used just round tubes and they made it heavy duty for sprinters, so they could have a little bit more stiffness. So I thought, hey, that would work for me. And I noticed that their specs here were a little bit wrong. The effective top tube is wrong. So I was kind of leery to buy it, so I had to look up a geometry chart. And I found a website where you can input your data, which I'll bring up in a minute. There it is. And compare it. The green bike in the middle is my Cervelo that fits me. So you can do different, change the settings, change the stem settings, and look at your stack and reach to try and get a good fit. So, and then I found this one. This is cool. You can change your stems, stem angles and lengths, and compare those so you can get the right stack and reach, without buying it. Okay, let's take a look at this Italian supermodel here. She's 45 years old, a little old, but she still looks good. If you buy an older bike, tire clearance is going to be an issue, just so you know. You can see it's pretty tight, and these are 23s. So this is a 2008 Colnago Extreme Pro. Give you a look at it. This one has really good paint and stuff on it. I love that carbon weave look. It's really cool. This is a 54S. But, like that 45-year-old Italian supermodel, you bring her home and you're afraid to ride her. And that's kind of the case with this. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, the astute viewer probably noticed that there was no quick release in the rear wheel. And that's because, as you can see here, the wheel will not fit. So while the carbon on this bike is awesome, the dropouts are really bad. It's like, I don't know if they were so many uses they got crushed, or if they put a new derailleur hanger in there that didn't fit. But the front ones don't look real great either, even though they fit the wheel. So it's going back. I brought her inside so I could flip it upside down, but you can see here that that's a pretty rough looking dropout. So even though the carbon on this thing is perfect, that's a little scary. Or maybe not. But that back one's weird, so I'm going to send it back. And to think about if you should do a build like this, we've got external headset. Okay, so the bearings are external, and Colnago does not factor this into their head tube length. So if you're going to figure out your stack and reach, your stack is going to be off because you can add like 18 millimeters for these two bearings, and that's going to change your figures on the website or on the app that I showed you. So that's something to think about. So the EP didn't work out for me, but the shop stood behind it. They sent me a label. I sent them a picture so they knew that I wasn't full of crap. They sent me a shipping label, and so that didn't cost me anything. They reimbursed my card, so it's all good. Anyway, when you buy a used bike, especially sight unseen, I mean, it is used, so you got to be careful. Thanks for watching.